your true lifestyle.
Good morning, BFF! Good day, BFF! And to our televiewers, sa mga supporters and fans of TLS, nga padayon gid nga nagalantaw sa amon, madamo gid nga salamat. God bless you. Ginapangadian gid na sila BFF.
Yes, nakapamahaw na wala ka mo. Nakapaghimos na wala ka mo sa inyong garden.
Yes.
At tapos wala pang kayo ang inyong sila dapat kalayo mo. Start the day right, tapusan ito na, kab, concentrate rin tanaw sa amon sa TLS Club. Ako si Lailani Salong Alba.
Ako si Tls August, kay hindi ka mo mag-inulso. Sa kada episode, lain-lain ang ginapicture namin. And you will learn a lot from this show.
Panibago naman na episode sa Musuki, TLS Plus. Watch this.
Good morning, good evening. Saan man kayo naroon, binabati ko kayong lahat na patuloy na sumusubaybay dito sa TLS. Sa atong mga kababayan, ginatamyaw ko kamutanan. Ako po si Sister Divina Declaro from the Daughters of St. Paul. I am happy to be with you, and I thank Ms. Token Lizares, Ms. Lailani Alba for inviting us to share something about life, about true lifestyle. What is true lifestyle? Every day, every hour, every minute, we communicate with someone, with something, with ourselves. Or sometimes, we communicate with nature, with plants, with animals. Isn't it? Saint Francis did it. He called the sun and the moon as brother and sister. Wonderful, isn't it? Yes, he addressed them as brother sun, sister moon. I believe true lifestyle starts with communication. Have you ever communicated with God in His creation? If you haven't talked to them, you can start now, talking to every creature, to anyone whom God has sent you. And you will see, there would be difference in your life if you start to communicate. Above all this, have you ever tried communicating with God, telling Him all your joys, thanking Him for all the gifts received? I think so, and I hope you continue to do so. And that's how TLS began, I suppose. All of us have plans, have dreams. Have you ever talked to God about your dreams? Have you ever talked to Him or presented to Him all your needs? That's prayer. In the same way, have you ever tried telling God about your frustrations, about your worries, your preoccupations, your pains? That's a deeper communication with God in prayer. Have you ever talked to Him about yourself, about your woundedness, about your desire to be healed? Oh, God must be waiting for that. Yes, in prayer, we honestly reveal our true selves to God without pretense. Truly, prayer is talking to God in truth. But wait, prayer is not only talking to God. Let us remember, prayer is also listening to God. Prayer is not a one-way communication with our novenas, telling Him all our needs, to pass an exam, to find a good job, asking for graces to be healed, or finding a partner in life. Prayer is also listening. We need to listen to Him. If we talk to Him, we can also listen to Him and hear His voice in everything that exists, in His creation. An encounter with everyone, with everything, is an occasion for us to listen and to commune with God and with one another. That is prayer. There is another venue to listen to God. That's through His Word in the Bible. Yes, His Word in the Gospel is powerful. Jesus directly speaks to us in His teachings in the Gospel. Once we try to listen to His Word, He will tell us His plan for us, what He wants from us, and let us experience His love and mercy. In our trials and difficulties, He is there to tell us Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. That is from the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28. He speaks to us through the sacraments, through the church teachings, through the people we encounter every day, to our family members, to our friends and enemies, to the poor and the needy. But where could we truly meet Jesus and see Him face to face? In the Holy Eucharist. There He is, in His Word, truly present in His body and blood, offering Himself for our redemption. He wants us to talk to Him and to listen to Him. Once we experience His real presence in the Eucharist, our life as Christians will be easy. He Himself said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. From the Gospel of St. John, chapter 14, verse 6. Is there anyone who could truly reveal to us the truth, show us the way, and give us life? No one but Jesus, the Son of God, who came to reveal to us who God the Father is in the Holy Spirit. Let us make prayer a part of our life, here and now, as we continue to hold on to His promise. And behold, I am with you always, until the end of age. From the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 28, verse 20. Truly, God is the source of everything. Friends, may we always be in touch with the source and be connected with God in prayer, in our desire to live and share a true lifestyle.
Hi mga palangga! Ari naman kita. And this time, ang ako pag-interviewon, isa ka tao nga, imagine mo ha, dako ang mga respeto mo sa ila. You know, when you talk about priests, nuns, religious people, grabe ganyan pagsaludo ko. And this young man, who happens to be my friend, wow, nakibot ako ha, pag-ulang sa ordinahan bilang pari. So, ato siya pagkakumustahon kung ano man ang iya journey. Okay? Hello, Father Marvin Labasan.
Hello, Tito Token. Good day, and good day to all of your televiewers. Kasi tanan man dire nga nag-upload sa aton. Good day.
Yeah. Okay, Father. Sugiri mo kami as yung journey mo. Ano ni isang gamay ka pa naghantog ka na maging pare? Or natabo lang dito ulit?
Well, sa gamay ako, may mga instances naman sa life ko na imagine ako na magparik sa ulihi. No, kay my grandmother would tell me na sa gamay ako during breakfast, nagmisa-misa ako. So ang kape, ang mari, ginagamit ko na siya as my kalis, nga tinapay. So doon mo na nagsugod, no? But the story was, kaya ang amon lugar, the Token, ang amon lugar, taga-estado ako, sa bukid ako. Taga-bukid ako.
Estado, Victoria?
Victoria.
Okay.
Pero medyo nasakpan naman kami sa Sarabia.
Okay.
Sa lokasyon ni Santa Isabel, barangay San Isidro.
Okay.
So my place was literally parang kalayo, gid para sa Banwa. Ang tumaliksahon lamang ang makakadto ang pari dito. So makakita na ko pari, kung ang akong mamang, my grandmother, makuha pensyon. Nag-upo na ko sa iya sa Banwa, at masimba kami. But at that time, nung ka-void pa sa akon kung ano yung pagpapari, pero niya ang priesthood. So, sad ko, kay bata ka, usually you imitate those you see. Gina-imitate ko ang pare, ginabulubutang man ako sa ako niya. So, stola.
Nakitan ko yung mari?
Ang mari, kay kamari na sa una. Kay mari kita sa gamay kita. Ang kape ni mama. Ang ginamisa-misa ko. Pero as I grew up, sa natutubo ako, wala ko yung idea how what is priesthood, kung ano yung pagkapare ang ginatawag. That's why I never dreamed to become one. Wala akong kabalo kung ano ako. But may something sa sulod na ako, may something sa pagkikusuon na ako, na nag-audio sa ako, yung mangita sa kagsabton hindi nga panawagan, sa hindi nga dalan o kung direksyon. Pero hindi ako kabalo kung ano ina.
Okay.
Kahit tungod, wala ako minakita nga pari, kung wala ako sa pari nga pamangkutan kung ano ini nga direksyon. That is why I ventured to other courses. I tried other courses. Agad nga makita ang sabat sa mga pamangkot ko. But sadly, Tito Token, due to some circumstances, kay Tim ko nag-tigado dito sa Uma.
Okay.
So, nagasalig lang ako sa scholarship na ako. Then one time, nag-apply ako for college, but modesty aside, nag-graduate ako sa edad ng 14.
Grabe ah.
Oo, so para magkalit, kapag ako na amay, kabata pa sa ako. I mean, I'm not ready to venture the world outside the hacienda. Kapag wala pa palago na tayo sa Bacolod, there's mga kabarong ano ng Bacolod, ano ng Cadiz. I was planning to take my studies sa Philippine Normal University, sa PNU. Ay sad to, tuyo umid nga magmaestro. Pero by some circumstances, wala ako ng tagaan sa gayon ng maka-eskwela. Kaya ang ako nga maestro sad to, wala yung hatay sa akong ang card, akong grading card, na kinahanglan, agad i-enroll ako sa eskwelahan. I was crying back then, nagalakad ako sa dalan, nalit ako sa balay, sa among teacher in charge. Kasi hindi ako, kaya wala yung natag akong grado. Okay, tapos nagkato ako sa simbahan sa St. Joseph dito sa Ibig Magalona. Ang dito, that was my first time to talk to the Lord and tell Him nga Ginoo, pa-eskwelaha ako. Ako na pa-eskwela ako, ginap-promise ko sa imo nga everyday masimba ako. So, kung i-trace back ko na ito token, kung tulong ko na pabalik, matiyag ko at that time, the Lord answered my prayers.
Yes.
Ang siguro rin siya ako, sige, eskwelahan taga kolehiyo, pero para sigurado,
Para sa akong kanto.
para sigurado sa seminaryo. Kasi sa seminaryo, pledge kami magsimba everyday. So, that's how it started with the token.
Actually, Father, ining story mo, kabalo na gito yung from the very start sa gamay kapag, yung prepare ka na actually ni God, may calling ka na. Itong mga marikag ka fellow, hindi to by accident. Oo. Ka-cute-cute sa yung story mo, Father. Kaya ako may story mo about mga similar nga mga ano. Pero I believe nga ikaw, gintaw ang ni Lord para magserbisyo siya bilang pare. So I'm so happy, Father, nga inang pag-ordinar para sa imo, silin ko, wow, ba't mo every time nga may isa ka tao nga maging pare, for me, grabe akong kalipay, Father. Kaya you know, hindi ba din yung mga shortages na kita sa pare, madre. So thank you, Father, for choosing God. So sa tanan dira, nga magsyag mo, may mission ka mo, may calling ka mo to become a madre, mga young girls ka, mga lalaki, young men, na gusto magpare. So, either ako lang makuton nyo or si Father Marvin naman kung gusto nyo maging pare.
Yes.
Kaya ako itudlo pa ka mo sa damo ang congregation. So, hindi ka mo gusto maging madre. Kung gusto nyo mag-eskwela, kung maging madre, burigan ka mo. So, thank you, Father.
Welcome to the token.
And pakadian mo kami, ha?
Of course, I will. Danuman kami sa inyong mga pagpangabuyo, kaya hamagayan din ang token. Mas ka nagtulari na kami, tawo man kami gyapon.
Yes,
No?
normal ginaya. And remember, let us remember nga palang gaon, tagini ating kaparian kag mga madres. Kay without them, paano na lang kita, ha? Nabuhi ang simbahan tungod man sa ila. So, you know, pareha sa aton, hindi sila perfect, just like us, we are all sinners. Mga struggling souls man sila. All we have to do is to pray for them. Kag, kuwano tagit ang atong servisyo sa mga Diyos. Bira-bira, Father.
Yes.
Kag kamatuuran, di bala.
Yes,
Pa. Amo ginaiya. Ako ga-serve ako kay God. I'm also, you know, I have also my weaknesses. But along the way, nagbumul ko kay God. Father, no?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Father. So, magabalik kami.
If there's one thing in our midst, a sanctuary for the travelers, a second home you can call your own, the food and service at its best will make your stay an unforgettable one. Saltimbocca, a place closer to your heart, where everyone is a family and everyone is a friend. Saltimbocca Tourist Inn. For inquiries, call 433-3179.
happy to be here with you to share with you some knowledge about understanding children. Lalo na pasukan na. At ito na naman tayo, no? Kailangan intindihin natin ang mga kabataan so they can be the best they can be through school or through their growing up years. So let me share with you some slides. So my talk today is entitled Raising and Understanding Children. But when I say children, this already includes your teenagers. So 0 to 17 years old tayo. Pag nasa Pilipinas po kasi, 18 years old is already an adult. So I will be talking to you about the 0 to 17 years old bracket. So there are some facts that I need you to understand and remember so you can understand your children better. So fact 1 is that generations differ from each other. So yung pong mga teenagers natin at mga kabataan natin ngayon, sila ay mga Generation Z at mga Generation Alpha na. You may belong, kayo mga momshies and popshies or mga guardians or teachers, you may belong to the millennial generation or Generation X or baby boomer or sila lolo lola may belong to the traditionalist generation. Fact number 2, males and females have differences that are meant to complement each other. So not only through the physical differences, but the brain itself has differences when we talk about male and female brain. Researchers have shown that male brains have more connections, although females have more neurons in itself. And this means, or this is probably why, females can memorize things or can do things all at the same time, while males need to do things one at a time or they need to concentrate one at a time. No? So, hindi sila multitasker. Fact number 3 is that we are all born with a different personality type. So there are 16 personality types, meaning combo. Pwedeng mag-combo ang extrovert, sa intuitive, sa thinker, sa judger, or there can be a person who can be an introvert, mahiyain, but intuitive, na feeler, na judger. So magkakaibang combo. Fact number 4 is that children go through developmental milestones. Meron talagang proseso o meron talagang time for certain things. Hindi lahat ng bagay sabay-sabay. So it's very unfair if you compare your or if you tell your bunso, o bakit hindi ka kapareho ng kay ate mo o kay kuya mo? That's so unfair. It makes the child have low self-esteem. No? So wag ganoon. Just remember that children go through developmental milestones, and the normal developmental milestones are these. So normally, we are born blind, but we achieve 20/20 vision when we are 6 months old. Fact number 5, children can have mental illness. Yes, as young as 3 years old, 2 years old, they can already be suffering from a mental illness or inborn, no? Pwedeng talaga namang inborn ang mental illness, no? Karamihan. Because of chromosomal defects. Autism can occur, it is an inborn illness. So knowing these 5 facts, how then can we help our children the best? Or how can we show them that we love them and help them to be the best they can be? So, madali lang. Number 1, spend time. Yes, time is gold. Time is precious for children. More than the worth of yung mga cellphone na binibili nyo sa kanila or yung mga watches na yan, mga gadgets na yan. They will value more the time that you spend with them rather than the material things that you keep giving them. Number 2, libre lang ito. Hug your children every day. Yes. Hug will tell your children that you love them. No? Libre lang pati. Hindi naman yun, wala kang gagastos eh. But it already builds your child's self-esteem and self-worth. Number 3, listen to your children and encourage them to speak up their mind. Lalo na yung mga teenagers, allow them to say what they think kahit na parang ang sakit naman itong sinasabi ng anak ko, no? You have to learn to listen to them. But of course, you set boundaries. You teach them not to use bad words or not to belittle other people or belittle elders, no? So wag naman ganoon. Number 4, when they have done something wrong, you positively correct them rather than, ayan kasi hindi ka nakikinig sa akin, no? Rather than blame. Instead, sige anak, anong natutunan mo? Nadapa ka. O bakit ka nadapa? Kasi hindi ako nakinig sa iyo, mami. So sa susunod, anong dapat gawin? Makikinig na po ako sa inyo. So positively correct rather than blame. And the last tip I can give you is make prayer a habit with the family, because researchers have shown that prayer lights up the brain. And according to the saying, a family that prays together, diba, stays together. So with those 5 simple tips, I hope that this school year will be a happy new beginning, especially that this will be the first time that children will be going back to school. No, magpe-face-to-face na, and help them cope with their growing up and help them be better individuals who can, again, be better parents to the next generation. So, with that, I say thank you and bye!
Kita bilang ang mga tao, kanya-kanya gidang may likes, dislikes, may ara kita mga strength kag weaknesses. Ano mga fears mo sa life?
Ay kadamo kasi nakadlukan ng BFF number
Oh,
1
like
nadlo ko mapatay.
Of course, normal yun na.
Nadlo ko magmasakit.
Okay.
Nadlo ko magmasakit ang akong pamilya.
Okay.
Kaga nahadlok ko nga mangin kaluluoy sa ulihi. Kago
Kita
kung
tanan.
saan nahadlok man ko magtigulang.
Ha?
Hmm.
Ay, okay.
Ako ya being honest lang ako ikaw.
Oo, ako ya. Nadlo ko ya sa kilat.
Oh my God, kita ko nga kilag ka pala nupso pa kundi
Ay, hindi ko kaintindi ha.
Oh.
Gambala mga madre sa akon bala BFF nga token. Amo ka naka-prayerful. Grabe ng imo nga relationship kay God. Nga ako lang ka sa faith. Sister, hindi na kay chindi niya si Papa God. Mas kay ano nga faith niya. Kay sa base sa ako, hindi na nga jeans. Kay my mother, amo man na, used to be afraid of lightning.
That's an illness.
Pero
Fear of, hindi ba sing illness ka masakit, but May amo na, may fear of heights,
Oo.
may fear of darkness, imo ya fear
Hindi,
of...
nakita ko na sa mother
Light.
ko. Kung magpangilat,
Kamo man siya.
kundi na siya panago. Ako, I don't care. Sa una, sa gamay
Kung
kuya.
nakita mo, guro, amo na nagsulod sa ulo
Hindi,
mo.
sa gamay kuya, wala niya kaso kapaligo kuya ya BFF nga. Grabe ang kilat kasi ngit ang iloy ko nga. Token, puli. Kaya kami blaghampang kami sa ulan. Pero na-develop ko ni siya after sang menopausal ko.
Nagkilat?
Oo Oo, ginaya sa una
Ano
wala.
pagid?
BFF ka balo ka, parehas man lang ta biyahera, hindi bala kay tungod ka kanta ko sa mga lain-lain nga lugar nga mga duog sa bilog
Ang
ka.
nadlokan mo?
Mapati ka nga I developed the fear of flying. Sa una wala. Sa una gauyog ang eroplano, I don't care kadto ko yan sa CR. Nakita ko na nga sa una ang mga in my younger days bala, ang mga maedad na kung aga pang lapsi sila gakalalapot sa kundi
Nagapalangulos.
Oo, oo. Lingkos. Kuya gayuhom na
It
kuya
goes
kay-
with age ang kulba mo.
Maybe. Kaya
Yes.
nga, wala gini kaso sa akong gauyog, gapangila, tudo-tudo, boom, gaamon ang mga kon, gakadagdag ang eroplano. Subong niya, hindi na among BFF.
Oh.
Just thinking about the example bid, ay tomorrow may flight, hindi na ako halos katulog.
Oh my God. Ako BFF, nadlokid ko sa maniog. Pag sa tuko.
Amo ginang duwa.
Basta may tuko, like sa gamay ko namon nga uma, ayawa na sila tabog sa tuko kung hindi ko magsulod kung may tuko.
Adlo ka gid sa tuko.
Hadlokid ko sa tuko.
Why?
Kaysa kamay ko, sang nadumduman ko, mga kaagahon, nagmangihi ako sa dalong. Nagpanaog ko sa dana, may natatakan ko daw kag very soft, di ba? Lakas soft,
slimy.
slimy. Pagtanaw ko, nga, ang dako ko. My God, after that, kalaing gid sa feeling ko. Ang manog naman niya, may ara man sang una, nga nagsulod nga manog sa amon balay, nga nagsulod gid sa dalong katre ko. Kapatikan, for 3 days nga wala nakuha to ang manog, wala ko natulog-tulog sa amon nga room. Kaya
Oh,
kabalo ko
syempre,
maara
eh.
lagi na siya, oo.
Dako ka banog?
Gamay lang siya actually nga manog.
Pero ti manog is manog.
My God, oo. Amo na hadlok ko na sa duwa na.
Okay. Ako niya sa mga sapat, worms, naklainan ko. Naklainan gid ko makakita ko worms, ambot hindi ko kaintindi nga Amo na sang gamay ko sa elementary days ko to bala BFF nga atong nakras sa akon brasilin ko si imo kay ginasunlog ako permi ginbutangan niya ko worms sa lamesa ko.
Oo.
Daganon ko sa kagin.
Tapong.
Oo, kita pungol ko sa yaya. Naginulsol man ako kay wala akong kabalulain.
Okay, so do ka sa dyan, no? Kada isa sa aton may laing nga sahis ang inakadlok ka.
Oo.
So amo naman ang amo na share sa inyo sa aton sini nga moments with Lai and Token.
Yes.
Mama gusta takoyaki, Papa gusta takoyaki, everybody wants takoyaki. By Joel Cruz. All the girls want takoyaki, all the boys want takoyaki, everybody loves takoyaki. Come on, jump,
Finally, trying the milk tea of takoyaki tea. So this one is Okinawa Classic. Ang sarap, hindi nakakaumay. Sarap. Must try. Ito naman ay caramel macchiato. Parang matitikman mo talaga yung coffee sa caramel macchiato. Perfect ka sa mga coffee lovers. Pero mas masarap yung Okinawa talaga. Sakura. Parang hindi ko sure kung strawberry yung flavor, pero ang sarap niya din. At parang mauubos mo siya kasi hindi siya lahat nakakaumay. Must try takoyaki tea.
choco milk tea, coffee jelly, everybody goes to takoyaki. Gyoza karaage, okonomiyaki, everybody goes to takoyaki. Takoyaki by Joel Cruz. Takoyaki, oishi desu. Takoyaki by Joel Cruz. You will
Abacolena was among the 2 Pinoy science and technology students shortlisted for the $100,000 Global Student Prize. 2 Filipino students focusing on science and technology of S&T courses who have been included in the top 50 shortlist for the Chegorg Global Student Prize 2022, where an annual $100,000 award will be given to one exceptional student that has made a real impact on learning. Leia Angela Shoko, a 22-year-old Bacolena, currently studying applied math at the University of the Philippines, was selected from among 7,000 nominations and applications from 150 countries. She is an entrepreneur, published writer, and wants to be instrumental in redefining the country's education system for the next generation of students.
Hi, I am Leah Shoko, a BS in Applied Mathematics student at the University of the Philippines, Visayas, and I am thrilled to share that I am one of the top 50 finalists of Chegg.org's Global Student Prize. Out of 7,000 applications worldwide from over 150 countries, I feel humbled and honored to represent the Philippines along with my co-finalist from the Philippines, Zanti Alfonso Gayares. So while I am at UPV now, before going to Miag-Awi, Iloilo for my college, I spent 14 to 15 years of my life in Waming or St. John's Institute for my elementary, high school, and senior high school education. So at Waming, I was also able to spend summers abroad beginning 9th grade. So in 9th grade, in 2016, I went to China, to be more specific in Xiamen, to attend a 10-week summer program. I think that experience really opened my eyes to the possibilities outside of my comfort zone here in Bacolod and generally in the Philippines. After that summer, I was really pumped to spend the following summers outside of my hometown just because it opened my eyes and made me really learn a lot, both from my academic work and also just life in general. So I was alone, living alone, and really dealing with personal mundane activities as an adult. So in 2017, the following year, I spent my summer in Metro Manila for the Mathematical Olympiad Summer Training Program, which I qualified for after about a year and a half of training under the Mathematics Trainers Guild Philippines or MTG. After that, I went to compete in international math competitions, and by God's grace, I've also won some.
Leia is the daughter of Attorney Leopoldo Shoko, former IDP President, Western Visayas Chapter, and former Fiscal Yvonne Bulmatico Shoko. Leia was admitted to Harvard University's highly prestigious pre-college program on creative writing, which triggered and encouraged her to write her first novel, an excerpt of which was published by Scarlet Leaf Publishing in 2020.
Lastly, before I graduated senior high school, I was able to spend my last summer before graduating SHS at Harvard in Cambridge, the United States of America. So there, I think I was really more inspired more than ever to try to make a difference in my own little way, especially since I was surrounded by very driven and accomplished individuals at 16, 17, or even 18 years old. So there I was given the opportunity to connect with change makers in their own little way. And when I went back here, I was really motivated to also start my own thing. After going back from the States, I started LaunchX, a student entrepreneurship club. Although it didn't push through because of funding problems, I was able to learn a lot from just the modular learning experience. After LaunchX, apparently, I also established TEDx, or TEDx Villamonte. But due to the pandemic, we didn't push through. But aside from that, I'm also thankful that I met really driven individuals here in Bacolod who wanted something like TEDx to happen here, and the first one at that. So it was very inspiring to see that they're really innovative, forward-thinking people here.
Attorney Shoko shares that Leia is kind-hearted, very warm and friendly as a person. She loves reading books and essay writing. When not reading or studying her lessons, she loves to clean the house and do household chores. She is very active in school and extracurricular activities. She was the editor-in-chief of St. John Institute's school paper. She also won silver medal in Singapore Global Math Competition.
Lastly, aside from TEDx, I'm also the founder of the Independent Collective, which is a media startup that pushes boundaries through socially engaged conversations. So over the course of my academic and personal life, I was able to found 3 different organizations, and I would say that being a founder at a young age, I was about 17, turning 18 when I founded Lawn Checks. I was able to see that you really don't need institutional leadership to make a change. Throughout my experience, I've learned that if you want to do something on a large scale and make the most change, entrepreneurship is the way to go, which really changed my previous notions about entrepreneurship when I was younger, because I always thought it was a negative thing. So I think more than my academic work, my experience as a founder, as a starter of organizations, of startups, really helped me in my Global Student Prize application, because it showed that I had initiative and I had the grit to see things through and to start them and then see things through. So that's a little bit about me. Thanks for listening.
Hi! Welcome here to TLS. And this time, ang akong pag-interviewon, isa ka makabig mga philanthropist. Aside from, she has a very successful business or businesses kay kadamo, she's into helping a lot of people, mga churches, mga pari, mga madre, saludo gid ko sa babae nga ini. Friends, I'd like to introduce to you my good friend, my very beautiful friend with a very beautiful heart, Tls Taganelli. Hi, Tess!
Hello, Tita. Hello, Tita Token.
Yes, how are you?
Fine.
As beautiful as always. Oh, please greet our televiewers.
Hello,
Good day.
good day.
Yeah.
May hapon sa inyong atanan.
Okay. Actually, si Tess, she's the owner and her husband, of course, of Kenneth Construction. So, Tess, tell us about this construction of yours kay nationwide na ini, no?
Oo.
So, when did you start sa inyong construction?
Nag-start niya siya since March 2006.
Okay.
We got our license 2006 sa pickup license.
Mhm.
But before, we started nga sabon-sabon na gid sa mga tires, sa mga sa before, small and yun. And then after that, for how many years, we got our license 2006, nationwide na siya. And then
Wow.
we entered, government projects, we are, general engineering kami, roads,
Oo.
bridges, vertical, horizontal, electrical. When you say general construction, tanan-tanan na Tita Token.
Ay, grabe. Magsubong lang kung nabalaya ka balo, kay balaan mo Tita Token, banker, singer lang ko yung nabalaan ko. Anyway, oo, subong gani. Actually, go up the night kami subong. Ari kami sa San Carlos, nakalabot ko dire. Kay may bululigan na naman kami dire. Gintap ako ni Tess para to help man, because we will have a concert for a cause. Para sa diin gani ini ang aton concert for a cause nga himuon gani.
Para sa pagpatapos sa sa seminary, St. Mary Vianney Seminary nila sa Punao.
Oo.
Yan ni Bishop, ilan ni Bishop Gary Alminasa.
Yeah, my friend.
inaano na namon nga para matapos nga mabuligan kag matapos kay
Oo.
ano na siya bali yung salo lang na nila 15 years nga wala matapos tapos pag subong na take over nila ni Bishop Gary and then si Monsignor Erwin Magnanaw.
Oo.
Bali sa previous administration pa na Tita Token.
Oo, kay ti kadako sang ulobrahon.
Lahon pa, oo.
Oo.
That's why nga ga plano kami na with your help sa amon nga maahimo sang concert para nga matapos na.
Oo, basta iya ni God, ara ko dayon. The same man sa imo bala nga, if it's for God, ara kita dayon. So, istoryahan ta ini test. Actually, subong pa lang gina-invite na kamo friends. Kami ga-invite sa inyo, kapin pa ang mga taga San Carlos, kay ang aton digital show bilog ni nga, kuan kalibutan galantaw, no? So, mga taga San Carlos, kag mga nearby provinces, if you want to watch the show of Culi Desma, Atakstar Aranya, Lance Raimundo, kag ako makanta manda, please come, do watch our show on November 4 this year sa gym diri sa San Carlos. Kay kabalugid ka mo, ang iba ka nila sang tickets,
Amo na siya
ibulig,
sa seminar.
ma-enjoy na sila sang show, nakabulig
Makabulig
pa.
pa sila. Oo.
Na, i-invite sila abites. Ang imo ding mga kasimanwa diri sa San Carlos.
Taga San Carlos, would like to invite you on November 4 sa amon na concert. Kasi hindi nga para nga, ang ini nga concert, makatuni siya sa aton nga sa Punaw Seminary nga mapatapos namon.
Oo. So diri sa gym ninyo sa
Gym
San
sa San
Carlos
Carlos,
moon.
oo.
Oo. So kanami gisang kausa. Please don't be absent. Kag Tess, by the way, sa personal life mo naman para daw mabalaan Manila kung sinugi si Tess Taganelli. What is the name of your husband?
Eric Taganelli, nga ako husband. My husband is Eric Taganelli and I have only son,
Oo.
Kenneth Taganelli. Ang name sang Kenneth Construction, ikuha na namin
Sa bata
sa
mo?
only son, si Kenneth. He was only 10 years old nang amo nga time na
Nag-start ka
start
mo?
kami sa business namon. And then
Now
after
he is
that,
27.
27.
Yeah.
27 years na siya siya ang nagamali sa among business sa Sikihor,
Oo.
sa construction namon.
Oo.
May mga engineers man kami.
Oo.
Amo na. At least siya nagakapot naman. Tapos sa Bacolod, diri sa San Carlos City,
Oo.
ang mga office namon.
Oo.
Sa Bacolod City, San Carlos City, sa Sikihor.
Kanabi Bilates, kay no matter how busy you are sa sa inyong mga negosyo, kay kabalukid ko, you travel a lot here, there, and everywhere, kay nationwide ang inyong negosyo. But still, kada charity works nga bululigan, you're always there. And I really admire you for that. And I thank God that we have a Tess Taganelli in our midst. We have a Tess Taganelli here in Negros who is really helping a lot of people. Even ang mga madres, mutual friends ka, mga pare. So Tess, I really salute you. Before ka maghatag sang final message mo sa mga tao, ano ang mga goals mo pag sa life? Kaya daw matyagan, kung daw na-reach mo na ang tanan.
Hindi man natanan na rich God na may araman nga may mga dreams mo ko nga gusto ko nga buhaton
Wow.
nga matapos nga siling ko nga naano ko na ang akon nga dreams mga ako nga ako and continue helping other people tapos kung gabuligid ko tapos na sa amon gusto ko man makabulig na to sa lugar namon na like nga nag-help kami sa akong ga-build sa church nagakuan man ko nga makabulig man nga makabuild bala kay legacy na nga makabulig dito
Of course.
sa Ginoo hindi lamang sa business world kundi
sa iya
gid na muna aga mo ginaayang ako
bali, you give back to God.
sa blessings nga kung anong nakuha mo ga-dream
That's
gid
right.
ko amo sinaamo na every time ginaano ko gina-instill ko gid sa husband ko sa anak ko istorya gid kami ang tanan-tanan ni halini sa blessing ni Lord
Sa mga Diyos.
that's why ginaano
Balik
every
gid.
gibalik gid that's why nga ang ga-registered gina sa mind sa husband ko kaya every now and then ginaano ko gid na sila gina-remind ko na sa sang akong nga anak nga amo gid na
Ay kanami.
that's why ang mga free time ko feeling ko ga-focus na ko gina-invite ko kung diin nga church even sa Manila
Oo.
tapos diri sa San Carlos pagtapos naman ko di sa Bacolod
Oo.
kung sa diin nga mga
Kung diin ka, ipadala man ni Lord.
oo tuod
Sa,
na siya
sa diraya, appear kita kadua.
gani ang mga na do calling
Calling mission. Kada isa sa aton, mga sa aton mga pinalangga ka televiewers, kada isa sa aton may mission. All we have to do is to comply kung ano ang ginhatag ni Lord sa aton nga mission. I-obrahon ta lang na kay He will do the rest. So, thank you, Tess, so much for this beautiful interview and magabalik kami.
If there's one thing in our midst, a sanctuary for the travelers, a second home you can call your own. The food and service at its best will make your stay an unforgettable one. Saltimbocca, a place closer to your heart, where everyone is a family and everyone is a friend. Saltimbocca Tourist Inn. For inquiries, call 433-3179.
Kung may isa naman ka lugar nga amon nga ginaingganyo kamo nga bisitahan nyo kag tilawan nyo ang manami nga pagkaon, ini amo ang
Seaside Floating Restaurant. BFF, kampiyon ng crispy pata dire.
Oo.
Ang another favorite of mine is the adobo nga lukos, kag ang kinilaw nga isda, kag ang sinigang nga gingaw.
Wow.
Actually tanan BFF diri manami, kidya katama.
Para mas lalo pag hindi lang ma-appreciate, yari ang amon nga istorya sa Dali Di Kaon na ta.
TLS has the best time of our lives when we visited and dined at the first ever floating restaurant in Barangay Balaring, Silay City. Seaside Floating Restaurant is the place to go. This restaurant is very clean, nice, and relaxing, brought about by the sea breeze and the calming waves. The floating restaurant is owned and managed by a resident of Barangay Balaring and a former banker, Lenny Castillo.
Okay, it did not come in an instant. Okay. We tried to build it slowly. After the 3 kubos, we tried to build the function room, wherein you can have your private affair there. We hold birthdays, weddings, debuts there. Okay. And after which, we also build another 3 kubos there, okay, for smaller groups. So you can have your private function there also. 8 to 10 persons in one small kubo. Then, during this pandemic, we tried to build this one, the coffee and bar, to accommodate also the young ones.
Yeah.
Because the uso ang coffee But ultimately, a lot of our customers wanted to dine here. So, aside from coffee and bar, this became a dining area also.
Okay.
Then after the coffee and bar, we build the beach house, wherein anyone who wants to spend an overnight stay can be there, can enjoy the scenery of the beach.
Yes. Seaside Floating Restaurant offers a variety of seafoods to choose from. Among our favorites are adobong pusit, crispy pata, tinolang gingaw, crabs, mixed seafoods, and many more. Worth appreciating is the fast service, friendly staff, and the beautiful panoramic view.
Actually, it started with just a little dream. Gusto ko may floating restaurant sa tunga sa dagat. Okay? Wala ko kabalo, kabudlay, gali, magbutang sina. So, I started we started with 3 cottages, small cottages. And tapos, actually, we do not have the kitchen. We cook there, across the restaurant. We did not call it restaurant, in fact, at first, because it was just plain 3 kubos.
Oh.
And after that, maybe the people were curious because we call it floating restaurant. It was the first floating restaurant here in Balaring and in Silay City as well. And from there, people kept on coming back.
Yes.
They tried our food, and up to this time we kept on innovating, and that's why we have this crispy pata, we have this pork, we have this chicken.
Okay.
For now,
What makes your place unique?
compared to others, we have this coffee and bar.
Okay.
We have the beach house for your overnight stay, and of course the restaurant in particular.
Okay. All right. What are the special menus that you offer here? Isa-isahon ta.
Yes. Actually, we have the mixed seafoods.
Okay.
It's a combination of fish, squid, shrimp, and shells. Cooked in a special sauce, served in a sizzling plate.
Okay.
We have also the calamares, the buttered shrimp, of course the crispy pata, we have the chop suey,
Yeah.
we have pancit, we have sopanghon,
Oh,
we have
kadamo.
bamboo,
Yes.
and we have the kasag,
Yes.
the stuffed squid in subbang lupos, and almost everything is here.
kadto ka mo din sa seaside floating restaurant sa Balaring. Sa ulunan ini. Namit glit. Try their adobong pusit or squid. And then ang ilang nga crabs. Called, oh my gosh, my favorite gingaw.
And this one,
Yes, the crispy pata. Try the food here. Aside from the very beautiful ambience.
Everyone, please try to visit Seaside Floating Restaurant. Our address is Barangay Balaring, Silay City, Negros Occidental. You can contact us through our cell phone 0947-958-8910, and we have also our landline 467-5406. Thank you.
many Holy Week devotees trekked uphill the Balaan Hills, pausing before each of the 14 mini altars depicting the Passion of Christ. To most of them, it's the Lenten season pilgrimage, but to others, it is the touristy thing to do in Sitio Pataan, Barangay Mailong, Bago City. A devotee is given a special chance to do the Way of the Cross. A sculpture of each station of the cross is a sight to behold in Balaan Hills. Balaan Hills in Sitio Pataan, Barangay Mailong, Bago City is a place to pray, stay, eat, and relax. Enjoy the open scenery at Balaan Hills. Aside from the mountain hiking, sightseeing, and nature tripping. Ancient Siam, also known as Ancient City or Muang Boran, is a museum park. It features 109 scaled-down copies of Thailand's most famous monuments and architectural attractions. Ancient City is an amazing place to enjoy and see a lot of monuments and temples. Ancient Siam is dubbed as the world's largest outdoor museum, established in 1963 and opened to the public in February 11, 1972. Ancient Siam is a museum park constructed by Lek Viriafant and occupying 200 acres in the shape of Thailand. Visitors can see many significant places in Thailand, for example, castles, palaces, temples, and sculptures that were taken from certain places. The exhibitions in the ancient city are divided according to regions for visitors to enjoy and appreciate the core of the multifaceted culture. The experience gives the impression of traveling the whole country within a day.
Trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. Set off a dream, getting along tonight. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand and share this with me, as darling without you. All the shine of thousand spotlights, all the stars will steal from the night sky. Will never be enough, never be enough. Time to go, listen to these hands.
Kagyad to naman ang panibagong nga episode. Kabay pa nag-enjoy ka mo. Tanan namang mga suki ka mga palangga. Ako si Lailani Salamanga.
Ako si Token Lizares. Thank you for watching us.
Nagasiling, padayon kami nga
Magadala sa kanyang 5 days.
pagsundan nyo kami, sundon nyo kami sa Facebook at sa YouTube. Salamat sa tanan yung launta na nagapataktan sa pagtagpo sa aming silang episode. Hindi lamang sa inyong Suki TLS Plus.
Yes.
Again, inyo lang gagayan sa lahat.
Kung hindi si Token Lizares, please subscribe, like, and share.
TLS, TLS, true lifestyle for you and your family. TLS, your true